Hi guys and girls. So I thought I'd do a few videos just covering a few different parts of the swing, and hopefully some of you might learn something from it, um, or it might just reinforce some of the things you already know, um, and hopefully you get a chance to practice a few things. So take a look. Okay, so for iron setup, we want to make sure that we've got the feet about hip width apart. Okay, maximum shoulder width apart. The wider that you go, the harder it is to rotate. The narrower you are, the more unstable you are. So ideally, you want to be somewhere between hip width and shoulder width apart. Okay. Now, from this angle, there's a couple of points we want to try and make sure of. So we want to see the knees just bend enough to go to the end of the laces. So it's not much, just a couple of inches. All right, maybe 2, 3 inches. So 2, 3 inches of bend. Then from there, we want to feel as though we tilt forward from the pelvis. Now, if we do that, then we keep a nice straight back. If we go like that, I see that a lot. Again, can't really turn much from here. Everything's too bent. I'm going to see my head moving miles too much over to the right or left. So we want to try and ideally get a bit of bend, tilt forward from the pelvis. And a good tip with that is try and feel as though you're pulling your belly button in towards your spine. So feel like you're engaging your core a little bit. And when you're in that position, sit the shoulder blades flat on the back of your rib cage, so you don't feel like they're too far forward. But we definitely don't want to pull them back because obviously the swing's coming forwards, and then you're going to take tons of ground. So ideally, you want to just get the shoulder blades just sitting flat on the rib cage. From there, a good tip for anyone who's got sort of any sort of video software, which you can get loads of them online. You can draw a line from the back of the armpit straight down, and it should hit back of the armpit, front of the knee, end of the laces. And that gives you a good idea of sort of where your balance is then as well. So if you've got too much here, then that line will go through the middle of the knees, sort of through here, and it'll go to the top of the laces. That means you've got too much weight in the heels. And again, out in front of the knees, end of the toes, then you're going to see that's too much weight on the toes. So you want to try and keep the weight just a touch in from the end of the laces, or on the end of the laces is pretty much perfect as well. So you feel like the weight in your feet is give or take just behind the balls of your feet. All right. Now, so in that position from front on, we want to make sure, you'll notice that my left shoulder is going to be higher than my right because my left hand's higher on the grip than the right. Now, to compensate for that, we need to have a slight shift in the hips. So we want to just feel like we just wag the tail to the left. Now that keeps then the pelvis pretty much straight, or as straight as we can go with the shoulders. That keeps then straight spine. We want to have a straight spine from this angle and then also from this angle. If we're in that position, then you'll notice that I'm going to have a touch more weight, just 5%. Don't go tons, just a touch more weight on the left side. So I'm going to be 55 on my left, 45 on the right. Okay, or lead foot, trail foot. So I'm going to be slightly left with my hips. Now, just a little side note, when you do that, make sure you don't twist them in or anything like that. Just make sure everything's then just straight when you are aligned. And then you should, from that position, be able to then see that I can drop a ball from my right eye, and that will line up with where I want to have the ball on the floor. Okay, so that position then means I'm all set up to make a good full turn and get a nice rotation. So I hope you've got something from that, whether it be something new or it's just a better understanding of what you already know. Hopefully you get a chance to be able to practice it and look after yourselves.